If a guy's not meant for you, your body will reject the guy before you even know it. Like, I say this with all seriousness, your body will know if you're in a bad relationship or if you're with a guy that you're not supposed to be with.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a video we want to talk about, but this is a video of a couple of women coming to share their thoughts and also their opinion and tips on how to know if a guy is for you. And this conversation is based on your body rejects men that are not good for you. We all know that a lot of people are in the quest of having a healthy relationship, being a healthy relationship, but also I also feel like when we meet people, sometimes our body tells us, but we just don't listen. So in this video, we're going to hear women that are sharing tips and stories on how you can tell if a guy is for you. Sometimes you really just don't know until you get to know the person over time, and then you will realize like, okay, but what these women are saying is that your body, your spiritual guide, your intuition will show you, will give you all the signs earlier than even before you start seeing all the red flags. Your body will tell you. So they want to share tips and signs to know, to look out for, to know that this man or whoever you want to be with or whoever you're hooking up with, he's not for you. Okay, so let me know if you believe in this theory that if somebody's not for you, your body tells you, your body rejects the person, your body, like maybe your pH balance will be off, your period will be off, things will just be off with you. You will start having headache, you start having anxiety, butterflies. Okay, let me know if you think like these are signs to know that your body is rejecting somebody. But anyway, guys, let's go hear this women's story, their tips, and then we'll come back and talk more. But let me know down in the comment section if you agree or disagree to them.
Your body's going to reject a man that's not good for you every time, and you need to start paying attention. Let me tell you a little story. The most toxic relationship of my life. The first time we slept together, I ended up in the hospital with the flu. Coincidence, I know, but do you know what followed? A dysregulated nervous system that I confused with butterflies. Panic attacks that I confused with passion. No appetite that I confused with excitement. Your body always knows, and it tries to tell you through your pH being through your skin breaking out, through your mind racing, waiting for text messages. Stop brushing all that shit off to just being a coincidence. It's not. And it always starts small, and it just progressively gets worse and worse. Do not make your body completely take you out for you to finally start paying attention.
If a guy's not meant for you, your body will reject the guy before you even know it. Like, I say this with all seriousness, your body will know if you're in a bad relationship or if you're with a guy that you're not supposed to be with. Like, if this guy's not meant for you, your body will tell you before your brain even knows it or before you even realize it. It'll literally send you signs that may seem normal, but it's not. Like, you will get headaches when you're with this guy. Your stomach will feel nauseous. You won't feel good when you're with this guy. You will get really bad acne when you're with this guy. You might even get the worst UTIs of your life when you're with this guy. Like, if you're getting constant UTIs when you're with this guy, he is not meant for you. Like, if you're breaking out, like, say your skin was clear and you're breaking out when you're with this guy now, he's not meant for you. If you feel overwhelmed, stressed, like, your body will just send you so many signals to tell you that this guy isn't the one. You just have to listen to it. Like, your body just knows. I don't know how, but it just knows. Like, I was with this one guy, and I swear to you, I got the worst UTIs of my life when I was with him. Like, it was the worst UTI. And it was pretty constant, too, and it was just because I was with him. And then once me and him broke up, nothing, like, I was fine, and my skin cleared up. I felt just better. So listen to your body, girls, because your body's right, and if your body's rejecting someone, that's it.
I've been seeing the trend lately of people talking about when your body rejects, and this is a real thing. If you are messing or you are dating with someone or married to someone that is not right for you, that God did not have intended for you, your energies does not match, your body will literally reject him. You've been married to this man for 10 years and you could never get pregnant with him. And for some reason, y'all got a divorce. As soon as you go and get another man, you are pregnant. His energy was toxic. his energy did not mess with you. Chemistry wise, y'all body chemistry did not mesh well. This is metaphysical and scientific. Your vagina stinks every time you have sex with him because your body chemistry does not mix, right? His energy is not good for you. Sometimes it's not even a matter of his fluids. It's just like, it's your body trying its best to get you away from this man, but you don't want to listen. You keep on putting that boric acid and going to get these antibiotics, and your vagina still smells because you're not supposed to be having sex with him, right? Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, okay? Let's talk about when your body rejects a man. As a woman, let's talk about it. It's more than just scientific. Like, we can think of so many things from a scientific standpoint, like, but sometimes it's divine intervention. Sometimes this is God or the universe or your spirit team or ancestors saying, no, I don't want him to be a part of my bloodline. I don't want him mixing with the goodness that you have. I don't want him taking away your favor. So then they're gonna like, we're gonna do everything in our power to get this man away from you. Literally, sometimes your whole entire womb, like, you will start having issues with your womb when you need to leave a man alone. This is how intelligent the body is. What I mean by that, and y'all saw that orb, I know y'all saw that, but anyways, what this means is, like, for example, we have some women, and this can be hormonal too, but I've had experienced it personally, dealing with a man that's not right for me. You can literally go through cycles where you bleed for months and months and months, where you start having issues and you feel like, oh, well, maybe I have to get a hysterectomy. You don't have to remove your womb. You have to leave his ass alone. Leave that man alone and watch how your life starts to flourish. Sometimes these men come around us and they carry demons on us, and it's not always men. I want y'all to understand that. I could do a whole entire video talking about the women, but we talking about the men right now. Some of these men y'all are married to are narcissists. Some of these men have mental disorders. They're sociopaths. They have issues. They have the incubus spirit on them. So what do? They suck your energy dry. You're wondering why, as soon as you met this man, your life started going to shambles. You started gaining weight or losing weight. You started losing your beauty. People started to not notice you. You don't look as pretty because this man is sucking you dry like a damn vampire.
A lot of women at some point in their life will have the experience of dating someone who isn't good for them and their body physically rejecting that person. This is a fascinating phenomenon, and I wanted to share a little bit about what this is, why it happens, and some examples of it, because some people may just plain not be familiar, but I would not be surprised if some people have had these experiences and not realized that their body was trying to talk to them, as the body does. So this happens because the intuition is always at work for us, and we tend to think of intuition as a power of the mind when it is in fact an embodied experience. And particularly for women, right? Woman's intuition, the feminine intuition, tends to express through the body. It is a highly embodied thing. So how this plays out when we date someone who isn't particularly good for us can vary, but I'll start with a kind of extreme example to paint the picture. I have a friend who dated someone who turned out to be a clinical psychopath, and in the time she was dating him, she was bedridden for about a year. Bedridden. Like, went from being this super high performance startup founder to could not get out of bed. Basically could not function, and everyone thought it was an autoimmune disease, including her. Until she finally broke up with this person, and the illness was gone like that. I know of a number of women, myself included, who were dating serial cheaters and would get their period weeks early. So I'll use myself as an example because I know that story best. I was in a long distance relationship, and every time this man came to visit me, I would get my period weeks early. Super weird. So dysregulation of the menstrual cycle is another clear indicator that, well, something's off and your body is trying to get you to listen. Some more common ones will be you start dating someone and you get like irregularities in your skin that you don't normally experience. So like breaking out around the mouth is one that I've seen in women. Another really common one is if you don't typically get like UTIs or BV, and suddenly every time you're with this person you start getting that. So those are some ways that the body will express, get this person the fuck away from me. If you have any stories, I'd love to hear.
So I really feel like I need to share this story because I feel like this happens to so many people, but we don't understand why. Okay, so there was a time in my life where I was having with someone and I could not understand why every time after I felt so drained. And you know what? He always felt so energized. And I was like, wait a minute, I feel like we just swapped energies here. Like, I'm usually really energized, like always going, have so much energy. And after we would do that, I would get like literally drained, feel like the life was sucked out of me. And then he'd be like bouncing off the walls. And I was like, wait a minute, this feels like we literally just did some like Freaky Friday shit and like swapped energies. And then what happened was in 2016, I had a massive spiritual awakening, and I did a lot of healing work on my energy and XYZ, the whole thing. And what I came to realize and find out was that during something like I can't say it on here, I don't think. During something like that, you are having a massive energy exchange, okay? So we have to be so careful who we are choosing to do that with and like give our body to and literally let inside of us as women, because you're literally, that's very invasive. Like, someone is literally entering you, okay? So we have to be so careful with who we're letting do that, because like, we are literally transferring energy and sharing energy, and you are literally taking on their traumas and their stuff, and they're taking on yours when you choose to engage in an act like that with someone. So that's why the other thing, watching that's why that is so detrimental to our energy as well, because not only does it have actually really bad effects like neurologically on your brain, but it also has really bad effects on our energy, because whenever we have that happen, this is a massive energetic thing that happens for us, right? So if you are doing that and getting off to the P word, then you are literally taking on the people's energies who you're watching in the video, like in the P word video. And, you don't know what they're doing or what their energy is or what traumas they've been through or what they're taking on or how they feel. So you're not only like giving your energy away to them, people you don't even know, but you're also taking their energy on people you don't even know. So that's why ever since learning this stuff that I stay away from that. And I also am very, very careful who I choose to give my energy to, like, wise in my life. And I've had a boyfriend for now over 2.5 years. So obviously it's just him. So I'm very careful with that now anyway. So nothing to like shame yourself or feel guilty for or anything like that. And no one's here to shame you or judge you, because we don't know these things a lot, right? But if you've ever experienced feeling like that, like, take inventory and pay attention and just start to be careful who you're giving your energy to, like, as a self-love practice for yourself. Like, you are literally taking on their shit and giving them your energy when you do this.
Sip some probiotic tea with me while I tell you the 5 most common signs that your body is rejecting the man you're currently with. Disclaimer before we start, this video is for the girls, so if you're not a girl, please keep scrolling. Okay. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I'm not a medical professional. This is based strictly on research, personal experience, and stories I've heard from other women. That said, there are many changes that can happen in our body due to hormones, autoimmune diseases, pregnancy or childbirth, periods, and so on. So please don't take this at face value. It only applies if these changes started happening right after you started meeting this new guy or hooking up with him or getting intimate with him. Okay, let's get into it. The first sign that your body's rejecting this guy that you're currently seeing is increased acne. And the reason why increased acne is a sign that your body's rejecting the guy you're currently seeing is because increased acne happens when your stress levels rise. So if you feel calm around him, your stress levels should not be rising, and therefore your hormones should stay pretty balanced. But if you notice that every time after you leave him, you go back to your own house, you go back to work, or you go back to school, that you're starting to see these new pimples pop up out of nowhere, it's a sign that he's leaving you feeling stressed out and you're not realizing it, or you're blaming it on other circumstances or on your life situation. But if the only thing that changed between when you didn't have breakouts to when the breakouts started happening is this guy entering your life, then it's a sign that your body is rejecting him. Again, your hormones fluctuate normally, so do mine. I get breakouts around my period, so don't take this at face value. Actually sit there and assess, how many times after I see this guy do I break out? And if it's consistent, he's the common denominator. Eliminate him. Next, we got rapid changes in weight, appetite, or diet. Now listen, Of course, when you get into a healthy relationship, you are going to gain more weight. Naturally, we just spend more time eating when we like each other's company. So that's normal. But I'm talking about in the dating phase. If you just met this guy and you notice that you're either gaining weight too quickly or losing weight too quickly, your appetite is decreased or your appetite has increased, and your diet has gotten worse and unhealthier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your body is trying to tell you that he is leaving you with a void. And usually the first thing that changes when we feel a void inside our bodies is our appetite. As a result, our diet changes, and as a result, our weight changes. Again, if you're pregnant or if you just gave birth, disregard this. I'm talking about in the first 0 to 90 days of meeting a new guy. If your weight rapidly changes, it's a sign that your body is rejecting him. Third on the list is your pH balance. Again, this is not a blanket statement, but if you notice that after the first time you get intimate with him, your pH balance is immediately thrown off, it either changes in smell or color or frequency of discharge, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. Your coochie trying to tell you something, girl. Listen to your coochie. Moving on. Fourth on the list is changes in your period. If your period gets heavier or it gets longer, or it comes sooner or later than it's supposed to, it's a sign that your body's rejecting this man. If you use a period tracking app, it's going to be really easy to tell how soon these changes happen, but deep down inside, you're going to know. You're going to feel it, because all of us know how heavy our periods are, how frequent they're supposed to come, and how long they last. So if it's lasting longer, or if it's coming sooner, or if it hurts more because the flow is heavier, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but this is not a blanket statement, so please see a healthcare practitioner if this has been going on for a really long time. But if you notice that right after you start meeting a new guy, the next period that you get is different, it's a sign that your body's rejecting him. And the last sign that your body's rejecting this guy that you're currently seeing is changes in sleep. And the reason why changes in sleep is a sign that your body's rejecting this guy is because when you're sleeping, that's when your subconscious mind is activated. So if you normally get good sleep, but you notice that after you start seeing this guy, you start sleeping too much or too little, or you wake up in the middle of the night from nightmares or just random thoughts and you can't fall back asleep, that's a sign. Because here's the thing, even if you're a typically anxious girl or you overthink a lot, when you meet someone that's actually right for you, they're going to be able to subconsciously ease those worries. So you're going to continue to get your normal sleep if you're dating a guy who's actually good for you. But if he's not good for you and you start getting disturbed sleep or weird nightmares, run, girl, run. The last thing I want to say to you ladies is this. Our society has conditioned us to be completely detached from our bodies, but our bodies are massive indicators of how we actually feel about other people. You know that gut feeling. And if you're ignoring that gut feeling, all these other symptoms are going to start showing up. But you are going to classify them in your mind as thoughts that are related to different circumstances. The stress that you feel from your acne, you're going to blame on your job. The irregular period, you're going to blame on your diet. Your weight change, you're going to blame on the fact that it's cold outside and now you don't want to go for a walk. Meanwhile, the common denominator is this new guy that you just started seeing that you know deep down on the inside is not right for you, but you're just ignoring it. So this is your sign. This video is your sign to actually sit there and assess how do you feel about this guy. And if you know deep down at your core that he's not the right one for you, then please get rid of him. You don't need to do your body a disservice, and all those feelings that you're not addressing are going to multiply into more stressful thoughts, into more acne, into more weight gain or weight loss, into more changes in your period, and so on. My name is Iman. I help girls get a life. Follow me for more.
Please let me know down in the comment section. Do you believe in this theory that these ladies are shared? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this video, this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thought. So for me, I find this really interesting. This is something that I've heard of for a long time. And I kind of like really squint a long time. I heard it then I was way much younger. But looking back at it and knowing what I know now, I'm just like, okay, I know I didn't have a lot of experience with a lot of partner. Like you guys know, I had a long-term relationship before getting married to that same guy, which is my husband now. But clearly, one thing I believe in the truth, and that's something that I also live by now, is that I always listen to my intuition, my body, my senses. And a lot of the time, we are not raised to pick those little clues and intuition on us. Even though us as women, we know that our intuition is very strong, we are good at it, but sometimes we ignore a lot of the signs and give it a logical explanation. And I do believe that our body tells us a lot, especially when you're in tune spiritually. Our body speaks to us a lot of the time, and we need to listen. Even when, in terms of health wise, in terms of when you need to drink water, when you need to start working out, when you need to start get more sleep, your body tells you. So when it comes to dating someone and you notice a significant change on them, I feel like it's something that you should really keep a statistics on and try to follow a pattern and see if there's really something off here. And I do understand that when it comes to being with someone, like, I believe that sex is a very spiritual thing, and that's why I agree with this theory that a lot of these women are talking about. I agree with it, and I cannot believe it, because whether we want to accept it, we as a person, we are a spiritual being, and sex is a spiritual thing. So when you're with someone and it does not click, your body's going to respond to it. And one thing also I've come to find out in life is that when I meet someone, whether it be a guy, woman, but when I meet someone, the energy is like, I listen to what my body is saying. It could be, oh, I feel sick all of a sudden, saying the person. It could be my stomach starts running. It could be like those little signs. Before now, I will ignore it, but now I don't. I'm just like, oh, what's my body trying to tell me? Who is this person? What are you doing here? Are you trying to sap from my energy and all that? And sometimes a lot of us don't really realize that there are people with a lot of evil spirit and evil intentions moving around. I would say that, including when it comes to romantic relationship and even friendship, there are lots of evil people that are just there to sap up your energy. There are a lot of people that are just there to switch things up for you negatively. So listen to your intuition. If you're always with somebody, that's when something bad happened. You're always with somebody, that's when you're so anxious. When you're with somebody, with a particular person, that's when things just seems like not working. Try and avoid the person. Try and, like, that's not for you. Sometimes it might not even be, it will just be like your energy does not click, your spirituality, both of you does not just click. Just stay away from it, because a lot of the time we hold on to those type of friendship, relationship, and a lot of time we end up doing more harm to us than good. So I would personally advise that stay away from all that, and listen to your intuition, listen to your body, listen to your senses. Don't ignore. Sometimes we're so carried away with being in a relationship, having a man, that we ignore and don't listen to our body. So I kind of agree with them. I don't have experience on this one, but so I'm just going to back out on this one, okay? But yeah, I do agree with them. I feel like your body would definitely tell you. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Yeah, on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way, okay? Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.